Mike Blue Hair reporting for Film the Police Portland. I'm here with Chris and Reggie. Constitutional what?
Mr. Constitutional.
Yeah, check out Mr. Constitutional on YouTube. It's the first time I've ever come out cop watching with Reggie. Bob's across the street covering it, and we're over here taking care of Bob, getting him from a wide angle, make sure that nothing happens to Bob in case Bob becomes the focus of police attention. It's good to get a wide angle away from the person that's doing the close-up work. And we're right across the street from the Lotus Apartments over there where Bob is standing. 17627 Southeast Stark Street. The Vertigo Gallery Tattoo Parlor. We got some friends of this guy, a girl that's been pulled over, coming to talk to them. Cop's done writing his extortion receipt for the state to come and suck some revenue out of his motorist here. This person was probably on the way from work before this tax parasite rolled up and decided to get their letter of marque for the state. Hey Chris,
I was giving him his number.
do me a favor.
What?
Make sure my camera don't run off. Will you take care of it?
Same thing, and I had the fucking actually sit there and say that I stood up, resisting arrest, and then I showed my attorney the video, and she had to apologize for them, and I was like, you don't have to do that.
20 minutes on video of me talking.
How you doing, brother?
Good, man. Dre.
Mike Blue Hair, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, brother. You're welcome. Oh, Grayson does that. Remember when we're
Yeah. Okay, and let me see if I can.
Yeah, man. You got any story about police misconduct?
I'm going to
I'll
trial
make him
right
famous
now
for
on
it.
the 31st. Going to trial right
My
now.
name's
on
Mike
the
Blue Hair, man.
Lavelle Woods, man.
Nice to meet you.
I'm going to trial right now for
What's up?
them,
Dre.
Nice to meet you,
what
Dre.
they did.
You work here?
No,
we
we
just
actually
pulled
seen
over,
this,
yeah.
so we.
Oh, you stopped to document? Oh, hell
we
yeah,
gotta
man.
pay
Thank
attention and
you.
Get names and see what happens because
Hell
this
yeah.
shit don't go down
Hell yeah.
like
But
this.
we got it. But thank you for doing your
Yeah,
civic
no doubt.
duty.
You want to tell Mike what happened?
Okay, so what happened was I was out with my kids. I was driving down Powell. They said that they clocked me doing 70 miles an hour from 65th to 25th. I'm in a 2000 Nissan Maxima. Why'd you let me go for 40 blocks if I was speeding in your turbocharged car, whatever. They pulled me over. They actually began to talk to me about my license and stuff. I told them that I didn't have a license and that then I gave them my name and my ID. When they got to the car, they continued to ask me all these other questions. I had told them to quit speaking to me until my attorney gets here, because technically this is an interrogation that you're doing about whatever's going on here, so I don't want to say anything else to you because I have prior problems with the Portland police.
Right on. You have an attorney you called to come talk?
No,
talk
they
to?
wouldn't allow me to make a phone call. They wouldn't allow me to get out of the car. I called my son to the scene.
How long did they keep you detained?
Approximately 20 to 30 minutes before I was arrested.
Oh, wow.
They arrested me. There were 8 to 9 police cars there. They refused to give any of us any kind of paperwork, like cards and all that stuff. They wouldn't give us no names. My son went by, took pictures of all the cars that were there. There were 8 cars, a motorcycle cop, and not being able to hire and not have enough. Why do we have 9 police officers at a traffic stop for a person who has no person-to-person crimes, no weapons charges or anything, who cooperated you from the front, from the gate?
Right, you told them you didn't have a license.
I
so
told them I didn't have a license, but I did have an ID card. I handed
Okay.
them that ID card, and they never returned that ID card.
So instead of
also.
just writing you the citation, they decided to just keep you there for a long time
They
and
kept me
keep
there.
fishing.
Yeah, and the first time they stopped me exactly a year ago, March 12, 2017, they stopped me on 82nd. It was a profile stop. The Portland police officer themselves wrote a bogus report, and when we got to trial, we went to the jury trial. They found me not guilty of the charges because it was ludicrous what he was trying to say that I did. So we're at this point in time. We know that the Portland police has some kind of code going on to where they stop random stops, and then they give you this package of reckless driving, interfering with a police officer.
Hey, check out Don't Shoot PDX. They're like our local version of Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
They're a little bit more radical.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
they do really good statistics and statistical analysis, and they've done some really great work
Okay.
about how people, black folks are pulled over at a more disproportionate rate than everyone else.
Well, yeah.
And it's from Portland Police Bureau's own annual data, right?
And they're gang enforcement.
So they're gang enforcement.
Right.
And they drive around and look for a carload of black people so they can get more field ID cards.
Right.
And it's like 600 or 700% more often than everyone else. Yeah.
Right.
Like that. That's
Right.
times. Yeah.
Right.
Like there's thousands of stops every year from Portland Police Bureau of black folks, and they make a few hundred arrests.
Right.
So it's ridiculous. Like
It's-
the sheer volume of them that they pull over, and you folks just get targeted.
Yeah,
and
we are targeted on a daily basis. Me,
Yeah.
personally, this is what they do. They use me once they stop me. I have a long criminal history. Haven't been in trouble in almost 10 years now, though.
Right.
So if you can hold me accountable for what I did during that time when I was running, you hold me accountable for the time that I haven't been running. And it doesn't happen like that. They still try to hold you accountable for who you were before.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that at some point in time, and a person like me who has no violence on their record, who has been around, I can go through 1,000 incidents back then when I was using, when they used to stop and do what they wanted to do because we didn't have a voice.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I'm on the other side, 10 years out of the game, I do have a voice and I do know what you do. I can speak from experience of what you guys do. And now what you're doing to me now, I've taken all the plea bargains up front. All them years before, got caught with this, got caught with that. No fucking trial. Now, March 12th as of last year, jury trial. And I beat 2 of them so far. All by the Portland police. So this is something that's going to continue
Your son
to go.
told me that you got stopped and they said it was a street that wasn't even a street.
It was. They said I got. I don't know how he said. When I told him, as soon as they pulled me over, because I know, as soon as they pulled me over, I got on the phone and I called him and told him I'm on 25th and Powell. I don't know how or what they told him or what have you, but I know that they didn't clock me. I know exactly what happened. I got some 12s in the back of my little Nissan. I had my amp up. It was kind of late at night, and I was the only one on the street. They followed me down there and listened to my music, and once they got behind me, then they followed me. I know they followed me, and then they pulled behind me. They hit the lights. I turned left. That's the end of it. My music was loud. U Profile stopped me again in a high drug, high vice area. I know what you guys do, and I'm just tired of it.
You want to hear some scary shit? Check this out. Our cop, Captain Mark Kruger. No,
Kroger?
Kruger.
Kruger?
Is Kruger a lieutenant now?
He's a captain now.
No, Captain
great.
Mark Kruger. He's a literal Nazi, and let me
Isn't he the
explain.
one that came from
yeah,
California?
he's in charge. He's in charge of
No.
our drugs and vice division. And what I mean by literal Nazi is, I just want you to go to Google and search Captain Mark Kruger, Nazi cop. He put up 4 plaques to Nazis fallen SS soldiers up in a park in Powell Butte Park. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and he claims that he wears Nazi uniforms because he's a history buff, but you can find pictures of him on Google Images wearing Nazi uniforms, and he's in charge of drugs and vice. Now you know drugs and vice.
Hitler's castle.
Yeah.
in Germany.
Fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Seriously,
Are you serious?
I'm not. I'm not lying to you one
Are you
little bit.
fucking kidding me?
Google Captain Mark Kruger, Nazi cop. But check this out. He's in charge of drugs and vice. He sets policy for how drugs and vice interface with people. And you know that drugs and vice disproportionately police people of color,
Right.
or black folks.
Right.
I'm 43 years old.
Right.
I call them black folks.
I'm
'cause
48.
No
Yeah, you
disrespect.
good? You good?
It's the same shit. It
Right.
means the same thing. But check it out. This motherfucker is living the neo-Nazi wet dream. He gets to set policy for how an entire police force disproportionately polices a black community.
Yeah, they're dismantling us. Is what they're doing.
And
Slowly
one
but
of the things that
surely
pisses
dismantling
me
us.
off
Yeah.
about this is we gotta, I'm not a big fan of our new police chief. All they've done is
I'm not none of them.
weaponize
Turner,
equity.
The
Yeah.
police from the police union. He used to work downtown. I know
Yeah.
exactly
Oh,
everything
Derek
about
Turner?
him. He's
Yeah.
running the union.
Right.
From me personally knowing that,
Yeah.
it's garbage.
Yeah.
Him, Hubbard, Jones, all these guys that used to work.
We got
those
Danielle
high-rise
Outlaw
areas.
from Oakland from Oakland, California. Like the only reason our mayor picked her is because she's black and she's a Mormon. You know,
Yeah.
but we don't need
They
Oakland.
did it for
style-
the masses.
I used to live
right.
in Oakland.
Trying to control
yeah,
the masses. We're gonna
yeah,
give you a bone.
Right.
Here's a little bone.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Right. I know
It's
what it is.
weaponized inequity. They're like she's attractive, she's pretty, and she's black, and she's
Right.
a woman. So like, hey, you know, that's 3 criteria that they
That
can
we
tick
need
off.
to, yeah,
But we don't
show
need
that we're
Oakland
not
style
them.
policing here.
But that shows
You ever
that
hang out in
are them.
Oakland?
You're
I
not
used to
picking
live
the
there.
Right person. You just pick it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
You ever hang out in Oakland? You ever
No.
go there?
No, I
I
haven't
used to
been
live in
down
Oakland. I lived on 26 and Adeline Street.
Okay.
You know, and like we don't need Oakland style policing here. Trust me.
Oh, no.
Like they're like military that don't have to follow the rules of engagement there. Like that's how fucked
A
up it is.
gang.
Yeah.
We
but
got our own
Blue
rules.
ISIS.
We go by our own shit.
But if I give you my
contact,
contact information, can you hook us up with that video?
I've actually got his, and I'm about to send it to him because
All
I
right,
do believe
cool,
that I can
cool.
find
And
it
we
right
can
here.
publish that.
Yes.
Cool, thank you.
Yes.
Well, Mike Blue Hair.
Lavelle Woods.
Nice to meet you.
Lavelle
brother.
Woods.
Yeah.
And again, you guys, like I said,
You have the video on your
this on my phone.